We're Group 3 and I'm Christy Hornland.
My name is Hao Tran.
I'm Mark Hall.
I'm Tony Christensen.
And I'm Taylor Jorgensen.
And we developed a business intelligence system for a restaurant franchise. Our BI system will be put in place to support inventory management for a national restaurant franchise. The abilities of this system will include the ability of users to quickly assess inventory levels as of current and in prior periods. This will be available for a single restaurant, multiple in a region, or even nationally. This will allow for the organization to accurately forecast future inventory needs according to prior records. In this case, users will be able to note how inventory orders differ between vendors as well. The purpose of our system is to reduce costs and as accurately as possible order the necessary levels of inventory just in time so that the business can cut down on excess spoilage. Similarly to a manufacturing system that applies just-in-time framework, we will be able to limit the amount of unnecessary storage and only order what is needed for each franchise. Key events that we'll be looking at include the sale of a menu item, at which point the ingredients will be removed from inventory, the spoilage or loss of inventory, which also reduces levels, the order of inventory along with the expected date of arrival, and the delivery of inventory, which will increase inventory levels. Currently, this raw data may exist, but there is no way to harness it to improve efficiencies and reduce costs. Our system would successfully address these issues and allow for the company to seize a competitive advantage through proper inventory management.
The primary users of the systems are employees who will be monitoring the inventory levels. These employees are responsible for entering decreases in the system when there is a spoilage, or entering increases in the system when a new shipment has arrived. However, not all employees will have access to the system, only those who have authority. Authority tends to fall in the hands of restaurant managers. Secondary users will be regional managers and C-level managers. The data collected will be analyzed by these managers to forecast future needs. These needs will be translated into meaningful decision-making for future company investments.
BI drivers. For our business needs, we need to order ingredients at the appropriate times, to have less food spoilage, to have more efficient inventory management of ingredients, and to see vendors' quality of ingredients sent. Our business solution will be able to monitor inventory levels, the average time for food to spoilage calculated and shown to its users. Shipping time estimates on orders will be shown to determine when to place orders, and rejected vendor shipments will be shown to see the quality of ingredients.
Let's take a look at some of our decision maker needs. Starting out with the inventory measure, first and foremost, we want to measure our stock quantity. This is the total number of items we have in stock currently. Next, we want to measure also the rejected products, which is the total number of products below standards, which includes failed orders and unnecessary waste. Also, we want to record the rejected shipments. This is the total number of shipments rejected due to product below standard. Also, we want to calculate a measure of percent rejected, which is total rejected shipments over total shipments. Also, we want to look at accepted shipments, which is the total number of shipments meeting required standard. Percentage of shipments accepted would be a measure which measures total accepted over total shipments. On-time shipments is a measure of the total number of shipments received and processed. Percentage of shipments on time is a calculated measure which calculates shipments on time over total shipments. Spoilage rate also needs to be recorded as the percent spoiled, which is a calculated measure of total items spoiled over total items. We also want to record the spoilage date, which is the date of the spoilage recorded. Spoilage quantity is the total amount of product over ingredients spoiled. Date ordered is the date of the inventory orders that have been placed. Cost is the price per item or ingredient, and the order quantity is the quantity of items ordered. Next, we look at the dimensions. First, we have inventory, the number of units for menu items on hand at a current time. Next is restaurant, the number of unique restaurants associated with inventory. We also want to record the date and time, which is date shipments arrive and are scheduled for delivery. Finally, order contents, quantity, cost, and vendor. Lastly, let's look at our hierarchies, which go into detail of our previously mentioned dimensions. First, we have our inventory, which breaks into an ingredient item, which is a part of a menu item. Next, we have a restaurant, which belongs in a city, which belongs in a county, which lies in a state, which is part of a region. We also want to record the date time, which is part of a week, which goes into a month, which is part of a quarter, that lies in a year. Finally, we have our orders, which are a part of a vendor.
So for our data sources, the main data source that we will have will be a mainframe database, which will specifically be housed in a central database at company headquarters. Now, each of the locations, the restaurant locations, will have a smaller computer network for that specific restaurant that will receive the direct inputs. Those inputs will go through to the central mainframe database, as well as the individual restaurant subcentral database. This way, analysis can occur at the individual restaurant level, as well as at the overall chain level. For data input and users, we have 3 separate users. Top level managers and officers, they will use the data source for overall chain analysis that they can use for generating reports. There will be individual branch managers that will use the data input for inventory and shipment analysis so that they can generate reports for the individual restaurants. And finally, the employees will be users, as mentioned before, to input menu items ordered so that ingredients used can be noted. The system specifically will electronically update the inventory decrease when a menu item is ordered. The data input for inventory, we will have things such as days in inventory, inventory spoilage and overstock, current inventory quantity, quantity used, quantity rejected, and shipment requirements. For shipments, we will have things such as shipment delivery dates, shipments ordered, shipments received, shipments on time, shipments late, and percentage shipments on time. A lot of these other things we will be looking at were noted in the previous sections. For analytics, 2 separate users will be analyzing the data sources for reports. The top level managers and officers will be looking at things such as the overall chain analysis, regional analysis, system or city analysis, or individual restaurant analysis. And more specifically, they will be looking at things such as cost reduction, inventory efficiency, and making sure that shipments are happening in a timely and fashionable manner. And for individual branch managers, they will be using the data source for individual restaurant data analysis, and they will be looking at things more specific to the restaurant, such as spoilage costs, shipment analysis, and possible forecast analysis.
Following is the project plan that we wish to carry out. The first step is to gather requirements. We've already done that, and we've just finished our business proposal. The next step to take will be the logical design. Christy Hornland will be the process leader for that process. After that, with the physical design, Mark Hall will be the process leader for that. After that, we will do the implementation of our BI system. Taylor Jorgensen will be the head of that. After the implementation, we will perform system analysis. Tony Christensen will be the process leader for that. And finally, we will create a final business report, and Hao Tran will lead that process. Thank you.